Good morning. A couple of things I'm going to start off with that are not on the log. First thing is tomorrow, Saturday, is the DEA take back or prescription take back day. This is a program that we've participated in for a number of years, and actually we started this quite a few years ago, and it was so successful that we created or started our own program to take back medicine. But normally our lobbies are closed on the weekend, but because of this drug take back prescription that we're participating with, our lobby will be open from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. This is a chance for people to get rid of any unwanted or unused medication. They'll take it in, the DEA will get it safely disposed of. If you're not able to make it on Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., you can come during the day to our lobby. We've got a couple of drop-ins. Same thing. There's nothing to, I guess, no paperwork, no forms to fill out, no questions. You just walk in, drop off your medicine, and then we take it and safely dispose of it. So this is a great program. Prescription drug abuse is a rapidly growing problem, and not always are let me just say that those unwanted or unused medications that get left in the house, sometimes those get stolen, abused, sold to other people. So this is a great way. A lot of people don't really necessarily know what to do with those medications once they're no longer needed. This is a way that you can safely dispose of them. You know that it's not going to end up in the wrong hands. So I guess, encourage people to go through their cupboards. If they have anything they don't need, this is a great time to get rid of it. Any questions on that? Okay. The other thing, this is probably something that pops up from time to time, but this is really the time of year where we start to see other vehicles or other, I don't know what we want to call it, not necessarily vehicles, but other things that are driven on the roadways that maybe shouldn't be driven by people that also shouldn't be driving them. What I'm talking about is mopeds, golf carts, maybe even some smaller motorcycles. If you want to drive them on the road, you have to have some criteria that must be met, and anything that's operated on a roadway has to have a licensed driver. So what we see is once it starts getting nice out, we'll start to see teenagers, younger kids that are driving, operating different things on the roadway when they shouldn't be. And so this is just one of the things. We had a couple of complaints come in, and so we thought we'd take this opportunity to talk about that. Licensed driver, if the vehicle or motorcycle is over 49 cc's, there has to be a license plate on it, which means you have to get it registered. There has to be insurance on it, and you have to have some type of safety equipment. Golf carts are not permitted on the streets at all unless you're golfing at a golf course and you're crossing the street. That's the only time it's permitted. But we hear stories of kids that are driving golf carts in neighborhoods. That's not allowed. That's against the law. And so we just want people to know about that. We also see other types of vehicles, but probably the most common things are those golf carts and mopeds, or even some side-by-sides or UTVs that are operated. Those are fine, but you have to have a licensed driver. So just because you're in your neighborhood doesn't mean that kids can drive it around the neighborhood. They're not permitted on the roadway unless you have a driver's license and obviously all the necessary safety equipment and licensing. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Any questions about that?
What's the fine look like on that?
Well, it depends. If we're talking about not having the license plates on it, if it's an unlicensed driver, if there's no insurance, there's a lot of different things. Each one has its own different fees, but I'll just say it's not cheap. Each one of those tickets is probably a minimum of $120, if not more. So it's nothing to sneeze at. On the log, I really don't have much. The aggravated assaults, one of them was a person that was threatened with a knife. We had a domestic strangulation case, and the third one was just a report. The burglary, we had an apartment entered and then storage units. Both disorderly conducts involved juveniles. The family offenses, frauds, larcenies, all reports. the rape and sex offenses, more reports on those, no arrests on any of them. Nothing suspicious with the unattended death. And the weapons violation, I didn't have anything this morning. Let me double check and see if I got any reports yet. Still don't have any reports on that. So I think that's just some information. I didn't see any arrest associated with that. So any other questions or any questions, I guess? You guys are quiet today. Okay, thanks.